Well, welcome to my new backyard. I've been meaning to film the progress I've had so far and thought I would do so and bring you along for a tour. About 7 months ago we sold our old house that we'd lived in for over 14 years, raised our kids there. A house that I had built an office in and done a lot of stuff to. But we sold and bought a new house that had no landscape in the back. So it was a time and a chance to make a dream of mine come true. I had found this book when we were moving, and let me read you something from it that kind of inspired me on what I've done so far.
Composer, sculptor, painter, poet. I like to add planter and gardener. These are the makers of the afterworld, the architects of heaven. The world is a beautiful place because they have lived. Dream lofty dreams, and as you dream, so shall you become. Your vision is the promise of what you shall one day be. Your ideal is the prophecy of what you shall at last unveil. The greatest achievement was at first and for a time a dream. The oak sleeps in the acorn. The bird waits in the egg. And the highest vision of the soul, a waking angel stirs. Dreams are the seedlings of reality.
So, with that, and a vision and a dream to realize, let's see what I've done so far. So the very first thing we did when we moved here is put a sidewalk along the perimeter in the backyard. And then started digging for the water and all the trees. Put in this retaining wall. Put in all the landscape rocks. And planted the trees next. And finally we put in this grass right here. Over here in the back, we dug and ran water and electric. Here's the sprinkler valves that run to all the trees to water them, and the transformer to run all the lights that are around the property. Alright, now it's time to take our tour into the orchard. Let's go. This is the lemon tree. I named it Squirt. It is loaded with lemons. And I am looking forward to some lemonade. This is the orange tree. I named it Nemo. It was blooming like crazy all spring, and now the oranges are set and growing, getting bigger. Looking forward to some orange juice soon. And under there is where Jelly Bean lives. He's the tortoise that rules this backyard. He's asleep right now. This is a Dorsett apple tree. I've named it Dory. It had over 100 apples. I thinned it down to around 30-ish, which still may be too many for this tree, but it is doing so good. My daughter Brinkley and I are learning to make a pie crust so we can make some apple pie this spring. This tree is looking good. The burnt leaves were the winter leaves. It didn't get cold enough to actually lose its leaves, but it's shedding the winter leaves now, and the summer leaves are growing in nicely. This apple tree is a Anna apple. We named it Manzana. It's got so many apples on it that it can't even support itself. I got the stake to keep it from toppling over. Next to it is my peach tree. It had over 100 peaches, and I thinned it down to about 28. And they are looking good. They're tiny, probably too many for this little tree, but I just couldn't help but let to see what it could do. Behind all these tomato plants is my avocado tree. Its name is Guac, and it is shaded at least for the first 2 or 3 years. It's more of a tropical tree and can't take the Arizona sun until it gets its bark. So I'm shading it, but it's got new foliage coming out, so I think it's happy here. Behind it are my grapes. They haven't really vined yet. I don't know if I know what I'm doing yet with grapes, but they don't look bad, and hopefully they start to take off. Now in front of the avocado is the garden, where my tomatoes have really taken over. Let's go in the front and we'll take a quick look. So far I've picked about 2 dozen tomatoes. They're not very big, but I'm learning and I'm practicing, so I'm happy with that. I had some lettuce in here that worked real well that I've already picked. I tried to do cauliflower, that didn't really work, or bell pepper didn't work. Right there though in front I got some sweet corn, ears are growing on it, or kernels I should say. On that one it's got 2, this small one's got 1, but I don't know what's going on with it. In that mess right there is some onions that seems to be doing well. So this is my first year. I'm practicing gardening, trying to learn and grow from my mistakes, but it's been a fun learning experience. So that is my orchard as it is right now. So what I got back there are some gates I made from some wood from northern Arizona, some pine, and they're mostly just for looks. But if you come and visit, you can sign in that you are a visitor. There's some of the people that have come so far to see the orchard. Well, it's getting kind of dark. Better wrap this video up. I just want to shoot a quick video though and show the progress of the orchard and of the backyard so far. Anyways, thanks for coming along and thanks for watching.